NGI Sports was started in 1991 with a focus on supplying the sports world with synthetic grass for football fields, tennis courts, and over the course of a decade, we developed a patent on an all-weather system for tennis. The purpose of these systems is to create excellent tennis play with multi-year warranties.
In our part of the country, for many years, tennis courts were built with a very lightweight spec. So the changes in the environment, whether it be rain or temperature, eventually leads to these courts breaking up. As anyone knows who's dealing with asphalt tennis courts, it's a challenge to chase the cracks year after year.
If you adhere to a surface that has structural cracks, you're not going to negate the movement in the existing slab. You get buckling and delamination of the systems. The TitanTrax system is a thermally and dimensionally stable system, which means it's not going to change in its dimension with temperature change. Everything that NGI Sports does is based off of a free-floating technology so that we can allow for that movement and provide the long-term crack repair that's necessary for large structural cracks.
The evolution of the TitanTrax allowed us to come in and make playable again many courts that really needed to be reconstructed. In my mind, rather than an individual per the crack repair system, more of a whole court crack repair system.
Asphalt, not only is it getting more expensive, but it's also of a lesser quality. Traditional methods of putting an overlay of asphalt down, where they're comparable in cost relatively to the TitanTrax, largely they're failing prematurely at an accelerated rate that's never been documented in the industry before. So we want to cover the entire slab of asphalt. It doesn't allow for moisture intrusion, which is an accelerated degrader of asphalt. It protects the asphalt from UV degradation, which is huge. We are seeing, at a minimum, 40% cost reduction over the life cycle of the courts. We have not had to remove any due to degradation yet, and so we're still trying to find the end of the longevity of the system. We were very excited to be chosen as a surface option for Page High School by Court 1 and the owners of Page High School.
Page High School was a job involving 8 courts that had a lot of cracks, and the change order was extravagant, and it was done, but there were still sub-base issues. So during the conversations with the county, one of their tennis pros brought up the need for a possible cushion surface, which introduced the TitanTrax Xtreme system.
Health concerns with playing on a rigid surface these days are becoming more prominent with players. A lot of people have a need to cushion their asphalt and concrete so it's easier on their body. A cushioned surface is going to allow you to play more often, and it's also going to allow you to play for a longer duration.
Crews typically wear out as the days go on. They don't actually get more efficient.
To speed up the installation process, we decided to bring in a technology typically used in applying fabrics to tracks and fields, which is called an A-frame, which can support the weight and can be moved around on site by machines.
Titan line is a lot more streamlined as far as being able to move the rolls. So that was a game changer.
There's a lot of different ways to stretch the Titan product. We tend to just decide on one of 3 methods of stretching based off of the site. On this project at Page High School, because we had a really smooth operator on the Bobcat, and we knew that we could control how far back he went without distressing the system too much, we decided to give it a try instead of using a mechanical come-along or a winch. And that worked out really well.
We actually ended up reconstructing the courts as should have been, cement stabilizing the base, doing a proper pave, and installing the TitanTrax Xtreme on all 8 courts. It surprised me that they took that path, but they also felt the value was there. We've had much more complicated systems, and this was a little more of a relief. So I think the product speaks for itself, and when it does, it's easy for us to move forward and bring a good project like this together. As conservative as we are, we always love the idea of innovation, and we love seeing new ideas come along. And I would never have imagined the value of overlay systems, but I see them evolving.
One thing about our company is that we don't rest on our laurels. We're always looking for improvements, anything to make the surface better.
And when we can talk authoritatively about the quality of the end product and our ability to believe in it for the future, what else does anyone want in business?
The most rewarding things about being a part of the NGI family is that we get the opportunity to supply the highest quality tennis surfaces to the tennis community and our customers.